Good morning, students. Welcome to SRBPS Virtual Classroom. My name is Archana, your teacher to teach you English. Students, we are doing our series of parts of speech and are learning about common errors which we commit while using these parts of speech in our language. This exercise will enable us to write and speak correct English, right? So let's continue that. Today we are going to study adjectives. Adjectives, the words which add something to the meaning of the subject, noun or pronoun are called adjectives. Example, good, tall, far, etc. Now let's learn about kinds of adjective. Kinds of adjectives: adjective of quality, adjective of quantity, adjective of number, distributive adjective, possessive adjective, demonstrative adjective, then interrogative adjective and participles. These all kinds of adjectives have common, they describe about noun and they are used before noun, means the noun which they qualify, that noun follows them. Let's learn about them one by one. First, adjective of quality. Adjective of quality tells us about the kind of the noun, right? Good or bad, tall or short, etc. Next one is adjective of quantity. It tells us how much is the quantity of that thing. Some, less, much, more are some examples. These adjectives of quantity are used for uncountable noun. Okay. Now next one is adjective of numbers. Adjective of numbers are similar to adjective of quantity. Only difference is this is used for countable nouns, right? So examples are too, many, few, etc. Few pens, two pencils. Next, distributive adjective. Words are each, every, either or neither. Just like distributive pronoun, they also mean the same. They also talk about the individual of the same of the group. Only difference is these words are followed by noun. Next one, it's demonstrative adjective. It is used to point out or demonstrate. Examples are this, that, these, those. Just like demonstrative pronoun, they also point out the thing. Only difference is that demonstrative adjective comes before noun. That means it is followed by any noun. Example, this is my book. Here, this is demonstrative pronoun. This book is mine. Here, this is followed by book. So it is demonstrative adjective. Next, possessive adjective. It tells the belongingness, possession of something. So here, my book means book is in my possession. So that these words are possessive adjective. Next one is interrogative adjective. Just like interrogative pronoun, they also form questions. Again, difference is that these words, these interrogative adjectives are followed by noun. Which book do you want? So here again, which is followed by book. Next, it's participles. Participles are verbal adjectives. Verbal adjectives means they are verbs but their forms are used as adjectives. So they are called verbal adjectives and these are participles. We have two forms of participles, present participle and past participle. Like here you are having these dancing and danced. So ing form, verb plus ing form is present participle and third form of verb which we take, that is past participle. So participles are also adjectives, they are verbal adjectives. Adjectives are affected by degrees, degrees of comparison. Positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. When we talk about any particular noun, individually we use positive degree to describe that noun. Comparative degree is used when we compare quality of two persons, right? And superlative is used when we compare among many. Example, he is a good boy, he is better than his brother, and superlative degree, he is the best student in the class. We have different way to form these degrees. So one syllable adjectives form their comparative and superlative degree by adding er and est to the positive degree. Examples: clean, cleaner, cleanest; high, higher, highest. Clean, one syllable. Clean, cleaner, cleanest. Let's have the second rule. It suggests that adjective of more than one syllable form their comparative and superlative degrees with more and most. Example: corrupt, more corrupt, most corrupt; frightening, more frightening, most frightening. Right? So you understood, two syllable, then more and most, single syllable, one syllable, then it's just er and est we have to use. We have twofold comparison, means one word might have different meaning in and different forms in comparative and superlative degree. Example: far has two forms, farther and farthest, which shows distance, and further and furthest shows an addition to. Right? So this is the difference between two. Next one more example we'll take. It's late, later, latest; late, later, late, last. Now here late word is indicating time and order also. So in case of time, its form will be later and latest, and in case of order, its superlative and comparative degree will be later and last. Next, old, older, oldest; old, elder, eldest. I know all of you know about it. The difference also is clear now. Old, older, oldest is used whenever we want to use for person or thing. But when we are to suggest age difference or the elderly people of within a family, we must use elder and eldest only. So the old and oldest, older and oldest is for person as well as thing also. Elder and eldest only for person, and that also especially within a family. Okay, this is the way we do the comparison. If one positive degree is to be used and we are to compare, as conjunction is used, like he is as tall as his father. Comparison, but in with positive degree. He is taller than I am. Now comparison is between he and I, and taller one is used there, and than word is added to indicate that, join that. He is the best boy in the class. Now here we are having it, the boy is being compared with the rest of the students, and he is the best one. This book is more interesting than any other book I have read. Here more word is used. Now few adjectives, as we have learnt in comparative degree, than word is used. So few adjective, they don't take than. Instead of that they use to. Like here, inferior, superior, junior, senior, prior, and are not taking than, they take to. Like this word is inferior to that. Now comparison of two qualities of the same person or thing. When same person has two qualities and both are to be compared, we use word more. We don't use the second form, second degree, that is comparative degree, directly. The little girl is more good than intelligent. That means we are not going to use here better, we will use here form more. One more confusing word is many and much, but it's easy for you now. You know countable and uncountable. Many stands for countable and much for uncountable. He didn't make many mistakes. We hadn't much milk. Next, some sentences we are going to take to do the correction there to find how much we have learnt. He has read almost each book of the library. Now here, what's the correct answer? Instead of each, we will have every. Why? Because there is a wide range of book. It's not 2 or 3 countable ones, right? So this library has many. So we will be using every word. Next one is every one of two. So two books is missing here. Again the same problem is there, and we are having two books, that is fixed here, so we will not use every, instead of that each one will be used. Next is of having strong headache. It's not strong, it's bad headache. And last in this slide, that is I he got only pass marks, not passable marks. Sentence is to make the correction. I'm 50 years, this cloth is superior than that, coffee is preferable than tea, many a men were killed last night. So what's the problem here? Again here we'll be using some adjective. It's not an adjective form rather. So I'm 50 years old. Next, this cloth is superior than that. Just now we have discussed, so here 2 will be there. Coffee is preferable. Again 2 is to be written. Okay. Many a man, after A it should be man, and accordingly this also will change was. Next, so these answers you can note down, correct answers. Let's have some more examples. Aditya is elder than Arjun. Just let's take from the one to one. Aditya and Arjun have no relationship here, that is clear. They are just two individuals, so we will be using older, not elder. Elder is used within family. She is the older of the two sisters. So here you got the answer. Now here it will be elder. Okay. He is richer than wise. Just now we have done more rich than wise. His uncle is the richest and honest man in the city. His uncle is the richest and most honest. Okay, let's have the right answer. Aditya is older than Arjun. She is the elder of the two sisters. He is more rich than wise. His uncle is the richest and most honest man in the city. Few more sentences. Can we have the answers here? Help the poor. What's the mistake? We don't use the poor in plural form. The climate of Shimla is as good as Budapest. Its climate is not like Budapest. Climate of Shimla is equal to, or it is as good as that of Budapest, right? This way we introduce, because the same format should be there. Like climate of Shimla, so climate of Budapest. In order to avoid repetition, we will be using that of. Okay, there are no less than 40 shops. Again, it's a counting number, and less word is used with quantity. So here, fewer, form of fewer, a few word will be there. Fewer than 40 shops. I will not have fewer than 10 rupees. So, what can be the answer here? Less than, right? Okay, so all the right answers are written here. I hope all of you have understood. Do more practice with the shared exercise that is dropped in your Dropbox. And if you have any problem while doing that, just come up with your doubt in the next session. Next class we'll be solving all the problems, and we'll do some more practice in our doubt clearing session, right? Thank you. Have a nice time. Bye bye.